Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by the username BeMoreCreative both here on Flosstube and on Instagram. So I am back today with Flosstube number 45. I pushed it back from last week because last week I had on the Sunday my freebies on the 17th come out. So I did push the Flosstube video to this week, but we are here and we have a few stitching pieces. Not as many as I've had recently. I did attempt a challenge this month to stick with one thread pack. It didn't go down too well, but this is the thread pack I used, the Last Homely House by Aurifil. I absolutely love the Aurifil threads and really want to get more of them. I loved stitching with them. It was not the threads at all. I'm obsessed with that. I just found that I kept wanting to stitch other things. Nashville releases came out. I wanted to start those. I wanted to stitch other things that came out, so I have kind of found that setting myself challenges like this really doesn't work, because at the start of this month I had very little stitching done. So the last video you saw pieces that were stitched previously, because my Flosstube is every 2 weeks normally. So when it got to March and I was stitching with these, my stitching really slowed down, and one, that is because I had a lot more work. My work got busy because we were preparing for Easter, and two, I just felt very limited. I just wanted to stitch other things, but now that I'm stitching other things, I am still using these to stitch things. So it's nothing to do with the thread, it's nothing to do with the thread pack at all. I absolutely love that. I think when I set myself a challenge, when I limit myself, I kind of fight against that a little bit. So yeah, I have expanded that, and since I've done that, I've got some more stitching done. Before I get too far into this video, I do want to apologise if there is a lot of noise in the background of washing machines, of doors banging, students talking. It is the last few days before they leave, and we're trying to get all of their washing done, so we're encouraging them to do it during the day. We're trying to get them packed up. Some of them are currently leaving, so for the Easter break it is very busy, very noisy, and this is the quietest time that I imagine I'm going to get today to film. So I am just going to be trying to get through this as quickly as possible, because otherwise we're not going to have a Flosstube up for at least another 2 weeks. So since last video I had 2 FFOs, and these were both for my freebies on the 17th. So there is a whole video explaining these, but this is my St. Patrick's Day freebies on the 17th. Video is in my Flosstube extra playlist. You can find all of my freebie charts in that playlist. But those were the only 2. So don't need to talk too much about them. I absolutely love them. I used Coffee Craft Designs fabric. I didn't realise, but I have used Coffee Craft Designs fabric for all of my freebies this year, so the 3 freebies that have come out, and then I've already designed 2 others that are on her fabrics. So yeah, but these have quickly become one of my favourite fabrics. Absolutely stunning, absolutely love them. I did receive 2 other pieces, one that I've already stitched, like started stitching on, and the other one I've already put away in stash and forgot to get it out. But her fabrics are absolutely gorgeous, and most of my freebies, well, all of my freebies this year are stitched on them, as well as a lot of my other stitching pieces. So that video is up if you would like to go and check it out. The next finishes I have is also part of haul. So I picked up the Happiness is Homemade cookbook from from Nashville Needlework Market, and I picked this up from Jeff P. Smith on eBay. All links will be down below. But I absolutely loved it, and I did a little short video on my channel with the hashtag Stitch the Cookbook 2024, because I love these cookbooks. I love the patterns in here. There's 40 plus patterns in here, but I never end up stitching them because I jump to other things, and then I just say, well, these are sitting on my shelf as collectibles. So I have decided to challenge myself and stitch these. So I have stitched 2 of them. This is the first one that's in the book. This is by Colorado Cross Stitcher, Where Flowers Bloom. I'm stitching mine on 18 count vintage country mocha, and I think I'm just gonna, some of them are stitched on the front and some will be on the back, so it'll be like the vintage country is printed on one side, so the other side is just mocha. But that is the first piece. I absolutely love these. And all of my finishes this month were all valued at £7 from Stitch from Stash. So, and my Stitch from Stash, I'm currently at minus £66. So I think I need to get some stitching done. But if I might be on a minus this month. This is the next one. This was the Needle Bling Designs Friends in Stitching, and this design is absolutely gorgeous. Both of these stitched up in a few hours. This was a SAF. SAF means start and finish. I did this in one afternoon. This one literally was 3 hours stitching. I started in the evening and got most of it done, and then I just finished it the next morning. Absolutely gorgeous, and I think I want to restitch this. I don't know why I want to restitch it, but I want to restitch it and make it into a needle book cover. But this would be, all of these would be brilliant as little smalls exchanges. But if you're going to a stitching retreat, I think this one would be so much fun to have as a little small, because they are so quick to stitch up, but so gorgeous as well. So those are the two that I have stitched so far out of this book. If you are joining in the sale, please do let me know and use the hashtag Stitch the Cookbook 2024 and tag me in the post so I can see them. For some reason on Instagram, I can't see half of the posts that are coming up. I don't know what they've done, but even the posts that I've posted using that hashtag don't always appear. So if you are stitching it, let me know and I'll go check out your videos or your pieces, because I'd love to know which ones you're picking to stitch. I'm just working my way through. No time limit, I'm keeping this open. I'm probably going to stitch a few here, a few there throughout the year and just see, but it's just a chance to really pick this up and stitch some of the pieces rather than putting them down. I am in love with the Teresa Kogut one in here, so I'm trying to debate whether I want to skip to that one or keep working through. But I also love the Lindy Stitches one, which is the third one in here. So I have got 2 finishes from there so far and love both of them. With these, I'm using called for thread where I can, but I'm just going to be picking from Stash. So I have most of the DMCs, but some of them are called for other threads that I don't have. So it's just going to be going through. Most of them are DMC. A couple of them I didn't have the DMC number, so I'm just substituting for it. But if not, I'm just picking from Stash. It's not going to be a project that's going to cost me a lot of money to do. I'm not going to go out and buy new threads for each one. I'm just going to use what I have and what is the closest match. But both of these pieces I had all the DMCs for. And then the last finish that I have is one that I picked up yesterday. So I picked up this one, which was the Zombie from Crafty Smith. As I said, I have already gone over to the website and had a look at the other ones, and you can get them on her website. So I definitely will be picking up the Oh Crap It's Monday, because all of last night when I was stitching this one, I was like, oh, this one stitched up so easily. I want the other one as well. So I have stitched up this one using most of the called for colours. There was one which was what is in the eyes and the teeth I didn't have, so I just switched that out for DMC Accrue. And I did realise I was stitching this up at like 11:30 at night last night, and I was loving stitching it, but I somehow miscounted the space between the brain plant and the bee, so I have shortened its legs, but really I think it looks really cute. Doesn't really matter. This is one of my new Coffee Crafts design fabrics. This is a 16 count. It's a blue and blue grey mottled fabric, absolutely gorgeous. But I think that is just so sweet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these finishes as with the last ones. I don't know whether I'm going to put them in the stitching journal or whether I will finish them as little pillows. I'm really not sure. I'm just enjoying stitching them up. But this one literally stitched up in a few hours. But absolutely love that. I think it's so sweet, and she has so many others. These would be really cute once again as little gifts or for a smalls exchange. But honestly, this took me about 2.5 hours to stitch, because you could outline each section, which is what I did. I outlined all the sections and then I just came and did the fill-in afterwards. so that way I could just watch a movie and just not have to count, which is why I could get it done so late. But absolutely loved it, and we'll definitely be picking up more of hers because I just think that is super cute. So that is all the finishes that I have done in the past 3 weeks. Well, technically in 3 weeks, I've stitched them in the past week really, because the first 2 weeks, if I'd done a Flosstube video last week, we would have had next to nothing to show, because apart from the 17th of March ones, the freebies, I hadn't really stitched anything, and then it was just when I kind of let go of the challenge, I was stitching an awful lot more. So then I have been working on this one. I've shown you this quite a few times. This is my Elizabeth Bennet. This is a freebie from Twin Peaks Primitive. I cannot find the photo of where I was before, but I know I was down here. And I'm just literally filling this in with DMC 310. I had a training day and I managed to get a huge chunk of this done in the training day. This is my piece. I'm going to be traveling with this piece as well. I'm not sure what piece I'm going to be taking with me over the holidays, because I am going to a few different places this holiday. But this piece is just so simple. It is literally a fill-in piece, so I don't have to count. And this is on a Coffee Crafts design fabric. Are we seeing a trend here? Most of my stuff is on that fabric. Absolutely gorgeous. If you are not checking Megan's fabrics out, please do. Don't get them all though, because I need to get them. But her fabrics are absolutely gorgeous. And I have heard rumours that she might be at the Big Stitch retreat, which I need to ask her, because if she is, I need to be saving now, because that event is going to be so expensive for me, because I'm going to be shopping, and seriously shopping. So I need to get some stitches finished so I have the money from Stitch from Stash Challenge. But I also need to, I have birthday money. I've already asked my parents for birthday money. I've said to my parents, I was like, please don't have to get me anything for my birthday, but I'm going to a stitching retreat. My mum thought it was quite funny. She was like, yes, you can do that. You can buy your own birthday present this year. But yes, so I am absolutely loving this. I love this fabric. Every time I stitch on this when I'm out and about, people are commenting saying that the fabric is absolutely gorgeous, which it really is. It does make the piece. The piece is, on these silhouette pieces, I really think you need to have a hand dyed fabric, because it just makes them stand out so much more. But yeah, so I'm making gradual progress on this. I'm really loving reaching for this. This month I haven't necessarily been stitching a strand every day like I wanted to. Things have just been so busy, but I am really enjoying stitching it, and it is going to be coming away with me. So hopefully I can just, it's such a nice piece. And also with departures, as I said, I've got lots of late nights and very early mornings, so that is a nice piece to stitch on. The next one is my 100-day challenge piece, and I don't have anything I can put behind it. Yeah, let's put that behind it. So this is my 100-day challenge piece, and this is 100 Days of Tiny by the Steady Thread. I'm absolutely loving the black work pieces. I'm using a Jodrell Designs thread, which obviously can no longer get anymore, but it was a thread I had in stash, and I'm using 16 count black Ada, and I am loving this. I'm hoping during the holidays, because there are some bonus days, during the school holidays my day changes. So at the moment my shifts are quite long shifts. I go until 11 p.m. so I start at like 7:45, I go till 11 p.m. I do have 2 hours during the day, but it really depends on what's happening. At the moment we've had a lot of students unwell and had to go to appointments and things, so I've been traveling with them to appointments, so not necessarily a whole lot of stitching time, but I can do the 5 minutes in the evening. But hopefully during the holiday, when I have evenings again, I will be able to make some real progress on this and get all of the bonus day stitches, so that way when we reach the end of the 100 days, which is in May, I will have this finished, because my students do their A-levels end of April, start of May, and art and design A-levels are quite intense in terms of each one is 3 days long, and they're doing a good amount of hours each day, so it's a lot of monitoring, and that means long days, tiring days, and I don't really want to get a whole lot of stitching done. So hopefully I can get all the bonus days, because to make the pattern geometrical she had to put more than 100 in, which I am not complaining about. I love stitching these little motifs. It feels like a real win each evening. But I do think I need to straighten the pattern out, because otherwise I'm going to get to the point where I've got to remember which ones I haven't done yet, because I'm not being smart and marking these off. But yeah, that piece is absolutely stunning. I really am enjoying stitching on it. And I like the fact that now I've got more in, I can see some variegation in the thread colour, because when I started everything just looked white. The next one is another whip that I started this month. This is one of the Teresa Kogut even Patreon March releases for tier 4. I am part of her Patreon. I have kept this one. I did pause the Hello from Liz Matthews just because I have so many of her charts that I haven't stitched. The same with the Teresa Kogut ones, but I get so excited when these come out that I really want to stitch them. I love the Hello from Liz Matthews ones, but I'm quite happy to get hers when she releases them, because with a lot of hers she does release them. With Teresa Kogut she does, but it's in the form of a book or something like that. So I am keeping these ones just because there's been so many recently that I want to stitch and absolutely loving. I have a very small start on this. I am converting this one to the Lonely House thread set, the Aurifil thread set. So mine is going to be a little bit different. But this just shows I'm not really getting a whole lot of stitching done this month. But I don't know whether to take this piece away and work on it while I'm away, because I do love it. I love the way these colors look. This is also a Coffee Crafts design fabric. This was the pre-order fabric that she had. I think the design is so cute. I love how my colors have really brightened it up. Normally I'm quite a pastel-y, muted colored girl, but this piece just screams spring, and by brightening mine up I think it's really gonna stand out well. So I don't know, this one may come away with me. It may be like an evening stitch, but then I have more time hopefully during the holidays, because even though I will be at work, I have, as I said, I have the evenings and then I have the weekends, and I have not many plans for weekends. So hopefully I can just take some time. I really just want to take some time and relax and stitch, because it's going to be really busy at work. So I do need to decide which pieces though I want to focus on, because I feel like otherwise I just spend half my time trying to work out what I'm doing rather than actually stitching. So that is the task that I am planning to do. A co-worker bought me a, sorry, it's still in the packaging, it's quite crinkly, a punch needle kit. I am really excited to give this a go. I've never tried punch needle before, but it comes with everything that you need to do it. It has all the threads, it has a punch needle tool, the fabric and everything. But I'm excited about it. I'm really looking forward to. That might be one that I try over the summer when I have some time to really focus and learn how to do it. You never know, it may even be over Easter. I'm really not sure. And then going on to my Nashville needlework purchases. So this is where it pushed me over my Stitch from Stash budget, because I was really good and stuck within the budget at first, but this piece is what pushed me over. So I saw the Little House Needleworks Log Cabin Christmas series, and I already have 2 of her other series that I haven't stitched, the Christmas one and the autumn one. But yes, so what was I saying? So this is what pushed me over the budget. So I am ordering the patterns. I picked these up from Peakside Needleworks, and this is the first one. But then they offered the full thread pack, and I was planning to stitch with this with the DMC. I was really planning to do it with the DMC so I could make it washable, turn it into a pillow, but then I couldn't help it. I really wanted to stitch it with the variegated. I wanted it to be like the piece is. It's stitched with Classic Colourworks because they're a sister company. But I absolutely love the piece, so I picked up this, and this pushed me right over my budget, and then with the stitch show yesterday. But yes, so this is the first pattern in the series. I believe there is 9 in the series, and I believe they're coming out monthly. So I will just pick up the other patterns as they come out, but I will be starting this hopefully next month and then get a piece done each month. But yes, that is piece 1. So I did get the thread pack that goes with it. I did pick up the thread pack for the new colours from Classic Colourworks. I just thought these colours were so muted. In particular, I love the Misty Mauve and the London Fog. I think these are absolutely gorgeous, and I really want to design, possibly above all 3, but wanted to design something definitely featuring these 2. And the last one is Weather Vane. So those colours are gorgeous. Because I got the thread pack, it does come with this chart. I'm not sure if I will stitch the chart or not, but it is a gorgeous chart and would be nice to have if you're doing a challenge for limited colours. Quite an easy one to switch out the colours if you didn't want to use the new colours, but they are absolutely stunning. And then I picked up a few charts. There's actually 2 that aren't here, so I'm just going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Right, I do apologise, I've just picked those up, and then I can hear that the washing machine is on spin cycle and someone's put something with a zip right against the glass, so it's making a load of noise. Hope the camera's not picking up. So these pieces are the ones that I've just gone and picked up because I have these kitted ready to go because I plan to stitch these ones first. The Queen Bee from October House Fibre Arts. Absolutely love these. I love the skinny patterns anyway. I showed you yesterday I picked up the Tomato Vine one because I've already stitched 2. The tomato one went with it, but I thought I couldn't resist. It's a bee. Be more creative. It needs all the bees. So picked that one up. And then I also picked up Pollinator's Garden. I absolutely love it. So I have seen that in one of the videos I saw from Nashville, she actually stitched this so it was in the middle and had these on either side. I think I'm just going to do this as a strip, like a long strip. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in terms of finishing, whether it'll be like a really skinny frame and mounted on something or a pillow, but I absolutely love the soft muted colours in these, and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous and would really match having like some bee stuff displayed with it because I don't actually have many bee things stitched. Talking to bees, Hands On Designs brought out the botanical bee. Of course I had to get it. Anything with a bee in it, I have a lot of them collected, I just don't have them stitched. So I think I need to do get those out and do a lot of stitching with bees, possibly in one of the future months coming up, because I do want to be able to display bees up here when I'm not sure what I'm displaying seasonal wise. So I've still got my Easter up at the moment, but absolutely love that, so I picked that one up. The next one I picked up is a Lindsay Stitches Queen of Threads. I just thought this was so cute. I'm probably going to be doing mine just stitch from stash, but I do love these colours. Turns out I do have a couple of the Cottage Garden threads that are called for. I'm just not sure if I'm going to pick all of those up because they are really expensive in the UK. They're like £5 for one, but then you do get more than DMC. Who knows, but I do love it and want to get this one stitched up at some point soon. I picked up another Tiny Town. I picked up the Frosted Tiny Town. I just think these are absolutely adorable seasonal pieces. Have I stitched any of them yet? No. Am I collecting them? Yes. I didn't get the other 2 yet. I thought I would pick those up when I actually started stitching these because I'm got the seasonal ones, most of them anyway. So I really need to get stitching the seasonal ones and then I could get the others. I also did get a board, which I think I've shown you in a previous video, but I did get a board in the UK It was mentioned on a Facebook group that a woman had spoken to a company and they produced that board, but I will get stitching one of these at some point, but had to pick it up so it could go in my collection. This is the piece that I first of all pre-ordered, was not missing out. This was the 12 days of Christmas stockings by Annie B's Designs. I loved these when I saw them on Crazy Annie's subscription last year, but unfortunately she won't deliver to the UK, so I was unable to get them. But the minute I knew they were coming out, I spoke to Sue at Peakside Needleworks and said I need to pre-order this one. So she picked it up for me, and I will be stitching these up this summer. I'm going to do some Christmas stitching this summer, and this is definitely one that is going to get stitched this year. I've already started kitting it up from Stash. So it's DMC. There's some beads in there, but it's very minimal stitching actually for the stockings. I thought there was going to be a lot more stitching involved, but they are really gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. They're stitched on 14 count black Ada. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 14 count black Ada or if I'm going to do like a chalkboard Ada so it matches other things, but I think these would look really cute on like a wooden bead garland. We have some really large windows at the school, so I could get some bead garlands to go across the top and then just have these hanging. I think that would be really sweet. And then the last one I picked up, this is actually one I picked up with the cookbook from Jeff P. Smith. All the others I got from Peakside Needleworks. But the Cookie Cutters one by Kathy Barrick. So I saw these on Trudy's, I think it's, yes it is Trudy, Trudy's eBay site. And I kept umming and ahhing because I was like, are you really going to stitch these? And then I was laying in bed going, how cute would these be in a doll bow? And I was trying to work out, did I want cookie set 1 or 2? Because I told myself I couldn't have both of them. I think the only difference is in cookie set 1 you have this moth, and cookie set 2 you have the horse, and then obviously the images inside the other animals are different. But the one that won me out was the whale with the houses, because I do love the houses, and the cat with the geometric print inside. But I think these would be super cute in a doll bowl. They are quite heavy stitching, they are pretty much full coverage, but I think they would be really fun to make up as you go along. So definitely picked up these ones. When are they going to get stitched? I don't know. I couldn't resist. I needed one, and then I panicked thinking that I wouldn't be able to get them, even though they're not going to disappear. It's just something I feel at Nashville. I'm like, I get caught in the hype and need to buy these things so they don't disappear. But I did pick up this one, absolutely love it. I love the whale. I think he might be the first one I stitch. But yeah, so I have a number of gorgeous charts to be adding to my collection. I have decided these two are going to be coming away with me, so I say coming away with me. These are going to be my holiday stitches, my school holiday stitches. And we're going to see. I'm not sure what else I'm taking. I'm definitely taking my Elizabeth B so I can get her stitched up, and then I will see from there if I need to take anything else. I tend to pack so much cross stitch stuff that I then have too many choices and I just never get anything stitched. But I'm hoping, I've got a few days off, so hopefully I can get some stitching in on that. We've also got the Easter bank holiday weekend, which is just, hopefully my family has not got anything planned and we can just chill at home. So I can get some serious stitching time in, just because I am absolutely knackered after this school term. It's been a really, really busy, a really, really difficult one, but we are at the end of it. I've just got to get the students home. So I am going to be hopefully getting some more stitching on my Elizabeth B tonight, because I don't actually think I'm going to get any sleep tonight. From looking at the departures, it is going to be an all-nighter. So we're just gonna get some stitching in. But yeah, that is me. I don't really have, well, I kind of feel like I said I had nothing to show, and yet this video is 30 minutes long. Not entirely sure how that managed to get 30 minutes long, but it did. But yeah, so I've got lots of new goodies to be putting away and lots of new things to be adding into the rotation. I need to remember I need to stitch something from the whip box. I have already finished one whip this month, but I want to next month definitely make sure I'm picking out a piece that I am going to be using to stitch on to try and get one of the whips off my whip list rather than just starting new things. But I have been quite good about most of the things I start, I have finished. I do have 2 or 3 whips that I've started this year that I haven't finished, but I will be pushing for a finish on those as well. I really want to finish the year with either the same amount of whips or less. I just want to challenge myself, but I need to decide what I'm going to do with some of the whips that I haven't been touching, because do I really want to stitch on them anymore or what? But that is a question for a later me to deal with, and not right now. I can hear my students heading up the stairs, so I am going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely Easter break. I will be back after the Easter break in 2 weeks' time, and I will catch you all then. So happy stitching, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.